You know, the definition of insanity, right, is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. You know, Richard Nixon started the drug wars because that was his megalomania. He hated it, and therefore he imposed it on the whole world. He's responsible for many thousands of deaths, corrupt governments. Uh, uh, you see, Nixon was the one that made these drugs profitable. They're only profitable when you can't get them, and when it's hard to get them here, and supply is limited, and therefore expensive. It's what they teach us in school as basic economics. Not hard to understand why weed up here in the Northern California area is cheaper than it is in, Minnesota. I can tell you that any good quality outdoor weed grown anywhere up here is going to be as good as any indoor pot or better. Guarantee it. That's it. Supply and demand. I understand. So why doesn't the marijuana industry get it? Canada, the United States, everybody. No one. You know, the truth is right there in front of your face. And the fact is that, well, marijuana's days are over as a quick get rich quick scheme, which is what everyone wants. That's why they all just lost their fucking asses on crypto, because everyone wants to get rich quick. No work, little effort, boom, there's my fucking, ride to happiness. Well, even if you had the money, it doesn't sound to me like you'd know the road to happiness. You see, the truth is what they want to sell. So this is their 300,000 pounds of weed valued at $750 million. No. It should be worth around maybe at the most $2-3 million. At the most. Because that's what it would cost to grow it and then sell it at a 20% profit. These morons, every time they want to make it $750 million for 300,000 pounds of pot, that shit grows. You just put water on it and it grows. And if you add a little fertilizer to it, it kicks ass because it's mostly genetics. Find an area where it likes to grow, give it good dirt and water, and the shit takes off. Simple as that. Indoor growing is even easier because you don't have to bring in a bunch of ladybugs and you know what I mean, that kind of predators for insecticide, because you never ever want to put anything on your marijuana ever except BT. The Bacillus thuringiensis, that's naturally occurring in the environment. You're exposed to it and eat it all the time. But that's it. So the headline is, New York cannabis farms have nowhere to sell a combined 300,000 pounds of weed valued at $750 million as delays continue for dispensaries in the state. No. See, that's the value you're putting on it. If you can't sell 300,000 pounds worth of weed, you're either doing something wrong or you're charging too much. And I think we all know what that is. It's the same thing why dispensaries fail everywhere, is because the black market can always undercut them. They can always sell it cheaper. And they're still making 25 times their profit because the state just refuses to understand that it needs to be regulated like beer. And let Budweiser and these, these other big companies supply it to us like beer. How many people make, you're allowed to make so much beer in my state. How many people do it? I don't know anyone. Not a single one. I know one guy who used to make his wine. One. In my whole life. No, you go and you buy a bottle of quality wine. You know what's in it. It's safe. You're not going to go blind from drinking some weirdo's alcohol. It needs to be regulated just like beer. It's safer than beer. And let these major companies grow it in large quantities, harvest it, package it, roll it up for us, pre-rolled, just like a cigarette pack. Put the ingredients on the back. This is what this batch rated at per ton, you know what I mean? So that, it's general. And that's it. Done deal. Over. There goes the criminal element. There goes all the illegal weed grows up north up here. That's it. It's over. There's no money in it anymore for anybody. No one's going to want to go and buy and then roll their own pot. I'll guarantee you everyone will buy a pre-rolled pack of joints if they can buy them just like cigarettes. Rolled properly, smoked properly, they don't run. See? If you can't sell 300,000 pounds of weed, that's because you have it valued at $750 million. That's why. I tell everybody it's psychologically harmful to me to even discuss it because of how cheap I can grow a pound of marijuana. How cheap. And we're not talking about year to year to year. We're talking about already having buckets and, seeds. That's it. If I prefer seeds for genetic reasons, but you can start with clones and get all females. And the shit will just grow. That's all. Your main problem is pest control. That's it. And the shit will grow. Sun shines on it and it fucking grows. You water it. You use maybe $25 worth of water during the lifetime of the plant for the plant. And whatever you paid for the seed and the fucking sun and carbon dioxide takes care of the rest. So they're off. They're off. Take 700 million of that away from that, and then you could sell all that weed. And people would buy it. And everyone would still make a profit if you just start to understand what the true value of it is. It reminds me of crypto. See, everybody, oh fuck. I'm gonna get rich with crypto. Now listen, crypto was only worth something if you could get someone else to pay you more for it. That's the only value I saw. If you're going to buy a car with it, what, you don't pay tax? You don't, I don't understand. Crypto for me was always something that I knew was just a horrible fucking idea, except for the people at the top of the pyramid. It's like all of them, okay? This is why they can't sell it, because they're just fucking charging too much. All of them, everywhere. That's why. Just make it legal. It's proven to have medicinal benefits. It's way safer than alcohol, and alcohol can be purchased at 50 fucking places in my tiny little town. Wake the fuck up, okay? $1.6 trillion spent on a drug war to increase drug supplies by 70%. Does that make it? No. See, that's the definition of insanity right there. So anyway, New York. Hey, New York, let me tell you, okay? Quit charging people $50, $60, $70 for an eighth of marijuana when it only cost, $50 to grow a pound. maybe we can meet in the middle somewhere instead of way the fuck out here in fantasy land where you're going to get rich quick? Okay.